and stayed there to the end. That made Stig so angry, he went home. So, the S-Class, when you drive it, you realise it's got much more of a split personality than the BMW. On the one hand, it has lots of very civilising features. It has active body control, and it's so clever it can detect a crosswind and compensate for it. It even has a drowsiness sensor to prevent you from nodding off. But put your foot down and suddenly it erupts with typical AMG volcanic storm and fury. And here's something that really baffles me. On the dashboard I have a race timer that allows you to record your lap times. But why? I mean, in the 911 GT3, yes. But who's that for? Sir Alan Sugar on a track day? And that's the problem with the Mercedes. It has a strangely confused personality. And for that reason, Mercedes S63 AMG, you're fired.
So let's just get this straight. Quite wrongly, you prefer the BMW.
No, I think they're both completely pointless.
Couldn't agree with you more. They are absolutely pointless. And now, I'm afraid, we must dive even more deeply into the murky waters of their irrelevance by handing them over to our tame racing driver. Some say that in the autumn, all his arms go brown and fall off. And that if he wrote you a letter of condolence, he would at least get your name right. All we know is he's called the Stog.
You mean the Stig?
That's what I said. I said it! And they're off. It is very wet out there. Tiny wiggle of the hips from the BMW as the turbos spool up. And here's something not very interesting. That 760 has BMW's first petrol V12 with two turbos. Oh, look, that is much more interesting there. He's getting very sideways. Yeah, now I should say the Stig is deeply saddened that Chas and Dave have split up. This is his way of getting through the pain. God, that BMW is very sideways there. Now coming up to Hammerhead, we're expecting understeer here from these 2-ton barges. And yep, 7 Series is ploughing wide, more composed. I suspect because the traction control can't be fully switched off. Right, now here we are, follow through. It really is wet out there. Stig would be better off in an actual barge, I think. Now they're quick through the tyres. Look up Brave in the dictionary. It says, see the Stig. 2 corners left. BMW's all over the shop. That let the S-Class ahead, but they're evenly matched. Coming through Gamble. Across the line. You go here.
No, he doesn't.
There we go here.
No, he doesn't.
Go on then.
Right, the Mercedes S63 did it there in 132.1. The BMW did it in 131.2.
Brilliant, so there we are. If you are a banker and you like to get anywhere in a big hurry, go for the BMW. Consumer advice for you there. Now, it is time to put a star in our reasonably priced car. My guest tonight, it seems, always wanted to be a racing driver, but then he accidentally ended up being in films like Star Trek, Finding Nemo, Black Hawk Down, Troy, and so on and so forth. So, here to find out what on earth went wrong, from somewhere called Australia, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Banner!
Good to see you, how are you?
Yeah, very well.
Have a seat.
What's the superstar is here? What's in there?
There. Water, it's okay, it won't have anything dangerous in it.
Yeah.
Now this Bathurst motor race we were talking about earlier, have you heard about this beer thing? Where they're now limiting the amount of beer each fan can take to 24 cans a day.
It's a serious restriction. I mean, that's practically teetotaling, isn't it?
Because this rivalry between Ford and GM, it's ingrained from birth, isn't it, in all Australia?
It is, you know, it's pretty deep-seated. Well, I guess, you know, they're the two main manufacturers when, if you're my age, when you were growing up. It was, you know, the General Motors product, which was Holden, Commodores and Tiranas, and for me it was Falcons.
But this is it. I said to the two guys, the two Aussies who are here in the audience somewhere now, I said, oh, Eric Banner's coming on. They went, Ford Blake. And that was it. You're a Ford Blake. Therefore you're no good, because you're a Ford Blake and they're Holden Blakes.
Completely discounted me, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Oh, well, yeah. No, because it seems to me that Bathurst combines everything really that you need in Australia, outside cooking, obviously, drinking and sport. Because this sport thing is weird, why? Because you're no good at it. So.
Oh, really?
Well, not
really.
Well, I'm just thinking.
Cite a couple of examples.
Well, the Ashes. I don't know what the Ashes.
The most recent one.
The rugby the other day.
Didn't we beat you last week?
Yeah, well, we weren't playing. It was Johnny Wilkinson and some lawyers. Do you know the best thing, honestly, about having an Aussie here, really is, and I don't know whether it's the same with Australia, is there are very few countrymen or countrywomen that we can tease and you can get joshing. Australia and England, it seems to me, are the last two countries on earth where you can go there and go, Hardy wallowed under the soap, you won't find it there. But you can go to Americans and say, you lost in Vietnam. I mean, they really. They just don't find that funny.
I mean, to be quite honest, we're happy. We ended up in the best country, so it's, you know, it's not a bad second prize as far as you're concerned.
It's quite dangerous, though, Australia.
Why?
Well, I don't know. I mean, how old are you?
41.
You must be the oldest Australian who hasn't been eaten by a shark or bitten by a spider that killed him.
There's a few around, but, you know, that's what happens when you have great beaches.
We've got great beaches.
Oh, you do, yeah, I know. Awesome surf, too.
At least we have nice names.
Give me an example.
Well, no, because the thing I love about Australia, I really genuinely love, is the literal name. We've got this big sandy desert in the middle. What should we call it? The Great Sandy Desert. We've got this reef off the coast. It's like a barrier. The Great Barrier Reef.
This is, of course, as opposed to the White Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
Green Park.
Yeah, that's true. Green Park isn't very good yet.
4 weddings and a funeral.
That wasn't a very good. What about Mad Max? It's about a bloke who's mad, and he's called Max.
Perfect title.
Now, I want to get onto the car thing, because it's, let's be honest, this proper love that you have, because you are now a bona fide Australian racing driver.
Oh no, I just have a bit of fun in the Australian GT series, which is like your version would be like FIA GT3 racing. So I'm in a Porsche Cup car, 911.
So you're pretty good. I mean, it's not like you're just some actor who's.
I don't know if I'm pretty good. I mean, I enjoy it, and I'd never stop doing it. So do
you define your life? Say, well, I'm not going to do that film because I really want to do that race.
Is this on in America?
No, America's the only country in the world this isn't shown.
Of course I've done that. Are you kidding me?
Good man. Everywhere else in the world I hear that, but not America.
I'll never find out.
Now, if I could just say, you've been in some massive films, but the one that seems to me to be closest to your heart is the one that you've just brought out now, which is Love the Beast.
Love the Beast.
So tell me about that, because it's a very small film compared to, let's say, Troy.
Well, it is. It's a documentary that I directed, and I one day was looking at my Beast, which is my Ford Falcon Coupe. I'd had this car since I was 15, and I thought, this actually isn't a car. This is like some kind of a personal possession that gets carted around through all kinds of different circumstances. And I started thinking more and more about that, and how, cars, objects, in particular cars, I feel, can transcend themselves to become something else. I feel very deeply about it, so.
I couldn't agree more.
Right.
I mean, I really do believe that cars take on a personality. Not all cars, but some do. So this film is about your relationship with this car.
Yeah, and then I was competing in Targa Tasmania that year, so I thought, well, we'll just make the rally a bit of an action backdrop to this story about a guy having a car for his
having a relationship with a car.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got a clip here which I'd like to show everyone. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go! And then a 5 left. It's slippery, apparently.
I feel like I'm breaking in a horse. I feel like every day both horses are learning, me and the car.
Okay, 10 left, flying, finish, stay on. 6 left, caution, crest, long 2 right, 100. Car off here.
Jeez. That hurt.
I think what hurt the most was just knowing that it was going to happen, before it happened.
Well, I could have told you that was going to happen, because if you've got a muscle car, you go around the corner, you're going to hit a tree. Now, you end wondering whether to rebuild that car again.
True. One of the things that I was facing, you know, whilst I was shooting the